You guys, this is a rant video. Like, a lot of you guys did ask for this, so I decided, you know what, let's go for it. I posted a community post and a lot of you guys voted yes, that you wanted to see more rant videos of just, you know, me talking about my favorite manga, my favorite anime, my favorite manhwa, yada yada yada. This video is about my favorite manga. Hold on, why am I not straight in the camera? Yeah, before we get started, let me know what your favorite manga is down in the comments. I might go out of my way to read it, so let me know. My favorite manga is actually, you could probably see from the thumbnail, it's called Usogui. Yeah, if you haven't read it, I really recommend reading it because this manga is legit one of the greatest pieces of fiction I've ever read. Now, y'all might disagree if y'all actually read it, but I personally believe that's one of the best mangas I've ever read in my life. Now, I don't want to spoil it too much, so I'm gonna give it a little bit of like a context to things and reasons why I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna talk too much about the plot because it wouldn't make sense if I told you the plot. This is just, it's kind of like, imagine this world had like this secret organization, which it does in this real world. There is secret organization if you know, read the Epstein files. So yeah, there's this secret organization called the Kakadu, right? They're this like the most powerful organization in the world, and they pretty much referee games. Doesn't matter what game it is. It could be cards, it could be rock and scissors. They basically, if there's a stake into that game, like money, property, whatever, or even life itself, basically you can bet your life on the game. So that's the context of the world. Now we meet up with the main character, Madara Baku. Now let me tell you about Madara Baku, bro. This guy is the greatest main character I've ever like got to learn, bro. This guy is such a genius, bro. Like, it's actually not even funny. So I might spoil this part a little bit, but the whole like end goal is to surpass the leader. Basically, there's a leader at the top of the organization, Kakadu, and he basically controls all of the, like, basically controls everything, the government, everything. But the only way to beat him is by you need enough money and you need your referee. There's like, oh my god, now we have to go deep. Okay, there's referee level, from referee like 400 all the way to 0 being the highest. So now you need to get assigned a referee and get that referee to all the way to 0. So in the plot, the whole story is Madara Baku going from nobody, which, if you read the story, if you know the story, I'm not gonna say what it is, but yeah, it basically goes from beginning all the way to the end where he surpasses the leader. That's basically the story. Now, of course, there's way more. I just basically just touched the surface. I don't know what the saying is. The one thing I loved about this manga is that whenever the games would happen, the way he would win, the MC would win games, they would show it to you in the manga. Like, sometimes in some certain like animes or mangas where there's like this smart character, they don't really show you how he figured it out or how he won, or they show it to you after he's won it, which kind of defeats the purpose of it. But in the manga, they actually show it to you how he wins it. So now when you're like finished the arc or whatever, and they'll like give you like a quick like summary of what happens, and they'll tell you like specific chapter of what he did in that chapter, you're like, wait a minute, that happened? And you would go back and you look at it, I'm like, oh shoot, he was doing it. Like, one example, spoiler alert, is the maze arc, where they basically, I think 2 of the characters are talking to each other, and then in the background, if you didn't notice, I mean, I didn't notice, but in the background you see MC doing something with the pipe. Of course, later on we find out it was actually the phone, but then I didn't realize this until the end of the arc, and they show it to you, and then I go back to the manga panel, I'm like, oh shoot, he actually was doing some. And then at that point I started paying attention to everything. But even then, even when I tried to pay attention to everything, I still was losing my mind. Every arc felt like it was getting better and better and better and better, like until the last arc, where the last arc was just like, bruh, like, I don't want to say it because I want you guys to actually read it, but bro, if I said what I said about the ending, you will lose your mind. I lost my mind. I had to throw my phone. I'm like, oh bro, I wish I could say it. I'm not gonna say it though. I'm not gonna say it. The other thing that I really loved about this manga, which I didn't realize it until later on, after I read it, I thought about it, I'm like, dang, I actually, realistically speaking, when you read the manga, there's no inner dialogue from the MC. That's one thing I noticed. Or maybe there is. But I don't generally remember like seeing what Madara Baku was thinking. Like, I don't remember like seeing that in the manga, which I think makes it so much better, because now you're also in that same position as the opponent, because now you're also thinking, what is MC thinking about? What is he thinking? Because now all you can think about is looking through his facial expressions. Like, whenever Madara Baku has like facial expression of him like oh shoot, like that type of expression, you're like, oh dang, maybe he lost. But then for all we know, that could just be like him trolling us. And then of course the games and the way he would win it. Thing is, I can't really explain it to you about the way he would win it, but the way he would win games was like, oh my god, like dude, I would always think I know what's gonna happen, but then the opposite happens every time. Like I'm like, dang, how do I fall for it every time? How do I fall for it every single time? But then when you fall for it, you're like, ain't no way. And you would reread the arc or whatever, and I remember reading rereading the water poker one. Spoiler alert, the water poker one, and I'm like, dang, I didn't notice. But if you actually like notice the spoiler alert, the air tubes, you would realize that all of them were empty. But he was just he was tricking the other guy into thinking that he had air when he didn't have it, bro. That whole back and forth into thinking that does he have air, does he not, bro, in my brain was fried. I was thinking, does he have air or does he not, dude? Oh nah, that was no, like, dude, I genuinely loved when, like, because I think that's the whole point where the maker did not have any inner dialogue, so you're also losing your mind. You're like, yo, does he have, like, bro, okay, I spoiled a little bit too much. I spoiled a little bit, my fault, y'all. But bro, that is my favorite manga. Of course, there's other reasons why that I would love to go into, but I don't want to spoil it. So I would really, if you guys really want to read it for yourself, I recommend you reading it. I genuinely recommend you reading it. Now, that's my favorite manga of all time. Let me know what your favorite manga is of all time down in the comments, and let me know what other rant videos you want me to do. Like, you want to see what my favorite manga is, no, my favorite manhwa, my favorite anime, favorite video games, whatever. Let me know. All right, peace.